Yo,
hmm
what is going on?
Yo, yo.
Stupid fuck.
I get that Judy was gonna say something.
We are back with episode 226 of the Steel Factory podcast. It's mock draft season. We're less than a month away from the draft. Mock draft heavy this episode. I'm with my co-hosts, Junior and Chewy.
What's up?
Yeah, what's up?
All right. Kind of taking a different approach to this episode. We're kind of just really diving in to what we predict to happen with the draft here. We're gonna go by team until we get to the Steelers, and we'll kind of look at what our board is going to be looking like, and yeah, just kind of just make a calculated prediction of what we'll do in this year's draft. Because we've been all over the place. You see Tomlin and Khan at all the pro days. You've seen who we've spoken with at the combine. We've also kind of not fulfilled, but addressed some needs in free agency that kind of give us a little bit more flexibility. Not really guys that you'd be like overly excited about, but still you're like, okay, we're okay at that position. If we don't get a guy in the first or second, we'll be okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, for sure. I like our pickups.
All right.
I don't love them, but I like them.
Yeah, we've gotten like safety depth in Keanu Neal and then Breeden Fehoko. I think that's how you say it. Like a nose tackle, D line, kind of fill that out.
I think we've raised our floor, but ceiling's the same. But
Yeah, the ceiling's the roof still.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd say that. Bud Dupree was in Pittsburgh this past week. Any thoughts on that? Do you think we signed him? We were kind of thinking
nobody.
about it. We are talking about it a lot earlier, right? Were we the first on that? About
Yeah,
bringing
man.
him back because the Titans were gonna cut him.
I think we're always the first. You think about it?
You're not
I
first.
saw
You're
a picture of
last,
him
but
trying to rent a car at the Pittsburgh airport.
he was at Hertz, huh?
Yeah, you're looking kind of skinny, but we'll see.
Yeah, he's a couple protein shakes away from getting to his playing weight, bud. No biggie. He's been on IR since week 10.
He'll bounce back.
Yeah. All right. So let's just get right into it. I mean, the first couple picks are pretty straightforward. I mean, the Panthers traded up with Chicago to get to that first spot. We think they go quarterback, right? Or obviously, why else would you do that?
Please.
So is that Stroud off the board?
I think that's Stroud. Yeah.
I think they want the taller quarterback, which makes sense.
Texans, they'll be Bryce Young, right?
Bryce Young.
And
I could see it.
Cardinals will be the first non-quarterback pick. That'll be what? Will
I
Anderson?
think
Probably Will Anderson.
I think Anderson, since all that stuff with Carter off the field, and Anderson's just really fucking good.
Yeah, and then you got the Colts. This is interesting,
Dude,
actually. Did they get Will Levis?
I think-
Do they get?
I think they might take Will Levis.
I think they take Anthony Richardson.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know. I do you think? Maybe. Yeah. I think that if they take a quarterback, it's probably Richardson. I think Levis has kind of fallen a bit. I think he'll probably, if there's a quarterback that slips out of the tens, and there hasn't been like 4 quarterbacks taken in the top 10 picks in like ever. I think.
It's been 3.
Maybe
at
that
least,
Josh
right?
Allen year,
Josh Allen, yeah.
but Josh Rosen,
It's been
Baker.
3 for sure each time, right?
It's been 3, but it's
Besides
never
Kenny's
been
year?
4. And then the one time it was 4, it was in the top 11. So technically,
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
I think they take Richardson because I think Seattle wants him, so they can't like
yeah.
trade back away from him.
Seattle.
I think
Didn't they just pay Geno?
they paid him for like they
the-
basically guaranteed 1 year, so they're the
yeah.
perfect spot to develop a
Richardson
Richardson kind of quarterback. Yeah.
Geno? That'd be a good. But yeah, it's funny you mentioned the Will Levis stock. Because did he throw at the combine? Because it was literally all Richardson and Stroud that
I think
made
he
the
did throw.
headlines. See, like, I don't know. We'll see.
Levis is like a worse version of Richardson in the sense that like he's like a developmental quarterback who has like really really good physical attributes, and he was kind of hurt most of last year.
You would think the ceiling is like incredibly high, but
Yeah, like he's
The
like, oh
starter.
wow, this guy could be like a Josh Allen type of guy where you really develop him. Except Anthony Richardson came out and it's like, oh fuck, this guy's like actually has a ridiculously high ceiling because he's a fucking freak, and they don't fucking make people like that, dude.
I guess his ceiling is not as high as Richardson, but right now to start one game, I'd probably take Levis.
do you
Oh, yeah.
think more teams try to trade up into that top 5
Oh, definitely.
come draft
I
day?
think the Cardinals are the team to trade out of, right?
The Cardinals definitely want to trade out, dude. They have fucking nobody on that team, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna tank all next year and take Caleb.
Nah, they have Kyler Murray.
Did you want Kyler
Dude, his
Murray
fucking
too?
Kyler has his dick. No one wants Kyler Murray.
Are they gonna get rid of that contract?
Fuck, that's such a mistake, dude. I mean,
How
imagine
big is that contract?
shit.
I
It
think
set the
he's
floor for Deshaun, that's for sure, didn't it?
yeah, he got right. I don't know. He set the market before Deshaun did. All right, so what do you think at 4 then? Anderson or Richardson?
Richardson, Levis, quarterback 3 for sure. I think the Colts. Oh wait, the Colts didn't get any quarterback, right? Garoppolo
No.
went
Oh,
to the
what
Raiders.
they got?
Carr went to the Saints.
Didn't they get Brissett or something?
Brissett,
They just didn't they have him already?
they had him before. Did they bring him back? No, Brissett went to Carolina.
Yeah, I think he did. I
That's
have no idea who
interesting.
the Colts got.
Colts quarterback. Let's see. Nick Foles, Sam Ellinger,
No, they're
They
Minshew.
got
Oh,
Minshew.
they got okay.
I
Minshew.
could
There's
ride.
their bridge
I could
guy,
ride
dude.
with him.
Minshew,
I like.
Minshew didn't
I
look
like
too
him.
hot when he came. Oh no, he did actually for the Eagles, right? They
He looked-
just didn't win. He looked all right.
He looks serviceable.
I would take Minshew over Trubisky.
Yeah, easy.
Everyone was saying that last year. Honestly, I don't think Minshew was available though.
All right.
So
So quarterback
Seattle,
for
you think
sure.
Seattle goes quarterback too?
Nah, they don't.
Sh-
They don't take
Imagine,
Levis.
imagine
I think they take
Denver
Cardi.
having to give up that pick because they wanted Russell Wilson. I think he turns it around. I don't know if he turns it around completely, but he has a better year than last year. But the Seahawks get the 5th pick from.
I think they
from
take
Denver.
Carter. Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter.
Yeah, I think they do.
I'd be surprised if they
Who
didn't.
else are some notable guys? Do you think like a guy like Christian Gonzalez goes this high? Skoronski even? Oh no, they filled up their tackles or their line last year too, right?
I'm not sure what their needs are, honestly. PFS says guard center, D line, so I'm just taking Carter.
Carter.
Pete Carroll likes defense.
That's
I could
true.
see it.
Yeah, I could see that defense. I don't know if they go quarterback. Maybe they wait for Caleb next year.
How far does Carter fall? Does
Oh,
he?
maybe the Seahawks trade back here.
Nah, I don't think the Seahawks trade back.
They have another pick in the first round, honestly.
What if,
They have 20.
What if Carroll just has his eyes set on Caleb next year?
I could see that. They trade out a 5 and try to get more capital next year.
Yeah. That's an interesting spot. I mean, you have the Lions next. They have the Rams pick, another team that, I don't know. The Rams, you can't talk shit because they won the Super Bowl, dude.
Yeah, I think they're gonna
Yeah.
go corner.
That Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff. They go corner at that point. Replace.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they definitely go corner.
Actually, no.
I
We're
think
talking about
Devin
the Lions, not the
Witherspoon.
Rams. Yeah, Lions.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Devin Witherspoon.
Pair him next to Cam Sutton.
They have a nice secondary if they get Devin Witherspoon.
Yeah, they would. Raiders.
I think they take Levis.
Levis goes here to sit behind.
I don't think they get
Jimmy
it.
G.
I don't think they get it. No.
Is there a lot of faith in Jimmy G?
No. Did you guys see the Colin Cowherd tweet when they signed him? It's like Vegas Jimmy G single. What
If
he-
a guy
it's
like
gonna be up
Jimmy
on
G
you or
invites you to
something.
Vegas, you're there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fucking hilarious. The Falcons, another team that'll probably try out Desmond Ritter, a new quarterback, and you really don't know what their needs are, right?
I think edge.
Edge here.
They don't have anyone on defense, do they?
Fuck, I don't know.
Tyree
Imagine the
Wilson.
Falcons get Bijan. That'd be sick.
Running back that high this time or this year?
Bijan?
Bijan.
Yeah.
Bijan.
Bijan.
I'm pretty. I've heard it both ways on fucking podcasts, but
Bijan. The John Mustard.
Bijan? Bijan?
Mustard.
hey man, he fucking runs with like a little bit of tang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stupid fuck.
Yeah, I think they take Tyree Wilson, the Falcons.
How about
The
this? We're moving on to the Bears now at 9. Do you see any tackles off the board at this point, like a Peter Skoronski, Paris Johnson, Broderick Jones?
I think
Maybe the Seahawks. Maybe.
They take a Skoronski. Skoronski is interesting too.
yeah,
because
I could
don't
see
know if he plays
Skoronski going to the
guard.
Seahawks or the Bears.
I would want Skoronski to play guard. I don't know, not tackle, but he gets listed as a tackle. Bears.
I think he's like easily a great guard, and we'll see what he could do at tackle.
True.
But the Bears need all the help they can get, so just get him and figure it out later.
So, and then you move on to Philly at 10. What do we think here? Do you think they go? I think they go D line, right, to replace who's the ex Steeler?
Nah, they drafted D-line last year.
They did.
That guy didn't
Oh
play at all.
fuck, that guy was
From Georgia.
high. Yeah.
Didn't they just lose all their corners?
Yeah, I was gonna think Christian Gonzalez here.
That's actually a really good point. Yeah.
Yeah, Devin Witherspoon and
first-
Christian
the
Gonzalez off
first-
the board right now.
First two corners off the board at this point. We're thinking Witherspoon, Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Titans full rebuild. Is this a team that'll trade up for quarterback?
Trade up? Nah, I think they're gonna.
They're
Ride it out.
They're gonna ride Malik.
I wouldn't be surprised if they traded Derrick Henry on draft night. That's my big. I'm
Imagine
calling that right now.
to move up.
Nah, just trade him
general?
like a second or third round pick for him.
That's true.
I think they got a 30. He's like on he has like 1 year left on his contract,
How
and he's
fat,
fucking
how fat is this contract?
hitting 30. Huh?
How fat is this contract?
Dude, running back contracts are garbage. Like they top out like at 12 million a year, even for the elite guys.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but I don't think they have any use for him this year, honestly.
Full rebuild. So what do you do if you're like in a full rebuild? You're gonna ride it out with Malik. I'd say actually a contender for Caleb next year. Then
Yeah, I think they give Malik that year to tank. So this year, I guess, just take best player available, and I don't know who that would be at this
would
point.
that be like a Paris Johnson? Did we see the first receiver
I
off the
think it
board at
makes
this point?
sense.
Zay Flowers.
No, I think the first receiver, if they take a receiver, it's gonna be Jackson Smith and Jigba. If anyone takes, I think he's the number 1 receiver on the board.
Really?
The Titans.
But I don't think the
Tex-
Titans take a receiver.
I think the Titans are like that Paris Johnson for me.
It'll be a lineman at this point.
Like if you don't know, just take a lineman.
So we're looking at well, if you're the Steelers, you're looking at Christian Gonzalez and Devin Witherspoon, who I don't think they have had like formal meetings with at all this so far. And then you have Skoronski and probably Paris Johnson off the board as well.
Yeah,
All right.
probably.
So 4 guys that would kind of be in our sights. And then you got the Texans here. Their second pick in the first round from Cleveland, from Deshaun. Is this a receiver?
Deshaun. I think in Jigba here makes a lot of sense for your Bryce.
Oh,
Young.
definitely.
Bryce Young.
Even if you get
Definitely.
Stroud at 2, you want to get a receiver for your.
What
I
if
I
the
couldn't name a receiver that they
Panthers-
have.
Do you think the Texans are just kind of just going off whatever the Panthers pick?
Yeah, I think they're fine with it. I'd be fine with it. Like if you take Stroud, I'll take Young, and I'll be
Imagine
happy
you
the other way
Stroud-
around.
They're able to reunite Stroud and Smith and Jigba.
I could see it.
But the Panthers are gonna just take Stroud.
But yeah,
for
I
sure.
think Texans for sure will take the first receiver off the board.
How's their line looking?
I don't know, but could you name one receiver on the Texans right now? I think they traded Brandon Cooks, right?
Yeah, they did. That's
Yeah, I'll
so
take
that's a
Njoku.
receiver. And then you got the Jets, who had an amazing draft last year. Holy shit.
Offense rookie of the year and defense rookie of the year. That's pretty wild.
And then who did they have? Was
Oh,
the running
wow.
back? The running back that got injured too. They
Oh,
honestly was rookie of the year too.
Brees Hall. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. He was a
Sauce
rookie,
Gardner's
right?
like in the first team All Pro.
Fucking Sauce Gardner, dude.
Do they get Aaron Rodgers? It's not settled
I
yet,
think
right?
so.
I mean,
I think they
it's-
will.
It's everything but official. But you don't.
I think
Is he gonna pull out? Hold on, my
no,
parents.
I think they'll get Aaron Rodgers, but like the thing is, they can't like the Packers don't have to pay Aaron Rodgers $60 million or something until week 1. So
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Packers are like, we can wait as long as we fucking want, and if you really want him for training camp, you can hand over 2 first or whatever the price fucking is right now. Who knows?
Has Rodgers lost all the what's it called? What's the word?
Control?
Control, basically.
Nah, because he could just retire.
Good point. Good point. Good point.
Or you could just be like, I don't want to be traded. You have to fucking pay me.
Pretty much, or cut me. I don't know.
Who gets settled first, Rodgers or Lamar Jackson?
That's a good question.
I think Lamar.
Really?
No, actually, I'm
Nah.
not sure because Lamar could totally I could see Lamar being the kind of guy to pull Le'Veon Bell and just hold out.
Because he has no
Fucking true, huh?
agent. Like it's having no agent is just so dumb right now.
Nobody's giving him good advice, man.
Like, why doesn't he hire an agent for like a month?
Because
Sign the
either way, the
contract.
guy's still gonna get the cut, isn't he? As soon as the
Yeah, but
contract
it's
gets
worth
signed.
it at this point.
What if he fires him before he signs the contract?
Oh, you got it written out? All right, cool. You're fired.
Nah,
Fucking Lamar, dude.
what an idiot, dude.
He's
He's gonna.
he's fumbling the bag.
I don't understand how hard it would have been to just like give me Josh Allen's contract 2 years ago. As soon as Allen signed it, I would have went to the Ravens and said, "Give me that exact same contract."
What is Josh Allen's contract?
I don't know, but he set the market, and they were drafted the same year.
Yeah, I think the Ravens fucking fucked up hard because they should have just been like, okay, like here.
Well, maybe they did, but if you don't have an agent, like no one's there to tell you. when
Yeah,
you're-
no one's there to be straight up with Lamar and be like, look, fool, like you're not, like they are not gonna fucking budge on. They will blackball your fucking ass out of the league before they fucking hand out guaranteed contracts like that.
'Cause, like, I guess every quarterback wants to set the market, right? So if Josh Allen sets the market and you just take his contract, add like a couple 100,000, you set the market and you're happy, right?
Yeah, you just fucking dude. If Josh Allen's contract is 250 million, 100 fucking 20 guaranteed. You know, I want 130 guaranteed
And
and
200,
260 million. Yeah.
same shit. But it's just not. I don't know why he just didn't do that at the time.
I don't know. I think Lamar, he has enough self awareness probably to be like, fuck, I do probably get hurt a lot, and I'm probably not gonna see the end of this contract, or I might not see the end of this contract.
I mean, I don't blame him for wanting Deshaun's contract, but you have to be realistic at this point.
Yeah, dude. I think every quarterback would fucking kill for Deshaun's contract, especially the way he got it. Like,
That was such bullshit. Let me fucking rape 20 chicks or sexually assault 20 chicks and
let me
get
sexually
everything
assault 20 chicks, get 250 mil guaranteed, and I get to sit out for 2 years. Fuck.
else. That's fucking crazy.
I mean, it's how it is. Fucking Browns.
I think the
That's a-
Browns fucked that up.
The Browns did fuck it up for everybody. Oh, I remember. I think people were saying like, "Fuck, no one's gonna give Lamar that fucking contract because the owners were gonna kind of like conspire and collude to make sure no one steps out of line and fucks this shit up." But then it's like, I've heard people saying that like, well, Jim Irsay is the only owner crazy enough to maybe do it because that guy's a fucking wild card when like in everything.
I don't know. I think
Or did you hear? Huh?
he is pretty crazy.
Did you hear? Did you hear that the reason that that Jim Irsay or that what's his name? Who's the Raiders coach right now? Fucking
McDaniels.
Oh, Josh McDaniels?
oh yeah, the reason that
That's
Josh
super long
McDaniels
time.
didn't go to the Colts is
that's-
because Jim Irsay was in his bathroom for an hour.
That was a while ago. I think the
I
news
think on
was
McAfee show.
Yeah, McAfee show. So we left off on
The Jets.
Rodgers and Lamar, right? And then
Yeah.
we'll continue on.
What do you think the Jets do then?
So the Jets have a quarterback. I mean, they're primed for best player available, right? I mean, this could be another lineman, or do they get like? Do they get a guy to? Who's their other corner with Sauce Gardner?
No idea.
Do they
No,
get?
yeah.
Do they get a corner here?
I'm not gonna act like I know.
Let me look up a mock draft real quick. Who the fuck? What do the Jets need?
It says tackle and linebacker.
Oh, I don't. Fuck, they probably pick out another tackle then. Right here, ESPN has them taking Paris Johnson.
Fuck.
We just. What about bro Derek Jones here?
So that'll be our third tackle off the board.
All right, the New England.
New England.
Think they take Addison.
Receiver destination.
I mean Jigba to the Texans,
If
but
you have Njigba to the Texans, you're between Zay Flowers and Addison. Maybe
Or
Quentin
Quentin Johnson.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it's receiver though.
It shows them. ESPN says they need a tackle. They take Darnell Wright right here.
That's a reach.
That is a reach.
I honestly think they go receiver here, unless like someone falls, like a sick D end or a sick edge or D tackle.
Who do you think they take though?
I really
Who's
don't
a
know.
Patriots receiver?
Juju?
Yeah, they have Juju. Dude, fucking.
Is Juju
Dude.
and Addison a nice pairing? I don't think so, actually.
Juju's just in the slot, right?
Yeah.
I think Quentin Johnson makes sense for the Patriots.
I
I think he's gonna bust, and the Patriots are bad at this, so I think they're gonna take a bust wide receiver.
this is a bust right here.
The Patriots are terrible at fucking drafting wide
So
receivers.
it's gonna be a Quentin Johnson. You think you're predicting Quentin Johnson's career to be an NFL bust?
I don't expect him to be like a top 10 receiver.
If you're
Is it-
wrong, no one will come back to this. If you're right, you could just play it off and you could.
Yeah.
Isn't Quentin
you could
Johnson
flip.
that tall ass motherfucker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
TCU.
Yeah, I heard he doesn't actually know how to catch. He just uses his body. Is that true? Is that this guy?
Like a Clay,
Sounds like
Claypool-
it helps
Chase
my case,
Claypool?
but yeah.
Chase Claypool kind of guy.
Yeah, I don't believe in the guy. I'm just say that.
Oh, I think I know. I know this guy. He's like DK Metcalf, except not buff, like the way he plays.
He's soft.
I mean, Metcalf doesn't even fucking body fools. He just like
Seems more like AJ Brown's type of play style, right? Body foos.
Yeah, Brown is a lot more physical.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to Packers.
Green Bay.
Assuming Aaron Rodgers takes all his receivers to New York too, what do you think happens here?
might get a tight end, dude. This is a fucking nice ass tight end draft.
You've been high on the
Kincaid.
tight ends, huh?
Dalton Kincaid from Utah.
Kincaid. You have the Georgia guy. I think he's kind of a reach at this point too, though. Michael Mayer
I'm
from
calling
Notre Dame as well.
I think Michael Mayer, Kincaid are the two best.
They
I'm
just
selling
call
all
him
the
tight
stock
end.
on that Georgia tight end. I don't believe in him.
Just
He's
because
just
Junior's
tall.
high on him.
Like he didn't really produce at all in college.
Well, he did.
That's-
Actually, no. It's Ohio
That's
State
easy.
that has way more receivers, not Georgia.
He had like 4 touchdowns in college.
Is there any Georgia receivers in this draft?
No, I don't think so. Not anything high up.
It's really
I think
interesting how the
Kincaid
fucking-
makes a lot of sense for the Packers, honestly.
So they go tight end here. Washington. A lot of people have Porter Jr. going here. So I've seen because I really pay attention to it. What do you
They
think?
could take
Washington? Do you think Washington takes Porter? He still used Porter stock.
Yeah.
So you have 4 corners and the top 3 tackles off the board here. If you're the Steelers, what's going through your head? Am I setting Chewy up here?
What's going through my head? I should have traded up 20 picks or 10 picks ago.
Wait, dude, this ESPN mock draft is garbage. How is Devin Witherspoon there at 17?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I like that scenario a lot.
March 28th, too? Wait, this is recent. What a dog shit fucking article.
March 28th. Is it like a Cam Smith? Does Cam Smith go this high? I don't think so, right?
I
Brian
think-
Branch.
I think Deontay Banks would probably be the only corner, or Brian
And I-
Branch
and
at
I,
safety.
and I think Deontay Banks is kind of a reach right here, right? 17,
I think you'd like to take him like
32.
25,
Um,
late first.
I don't know what you do here. This is worst case scenario for us because we really need to fulfill that left tackle spot, and you need another corner alongside PP and Levi
Levi.
Wallace. Yeah. Fuck.
For like the worst case scenario.
This is the worst case. Fuck.
This is what
Like-
happens, and you just get Jordan Addison, right?
All right, so our receivers left are fucking who?
Addison and Zay Flowers. I would take either one, but I think Brian Branch is probably the pick.
Brian Branch was really high when I was paying attention to the PFF ones earlier in the year. He kind of fell
I
down
like
a
him a
little
lot.
bit, but yeah, I mean, imagine Minka and Brian Branch back there.
Holy shit! This ESPN article has Jalen Carter falling to 18.
So if you don't pick him up,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, dude, you fuck. I think Tomlin. If Jalen Carter falls to fucking to us,
hold on, is it character issues or was he just kind of a wrong place at the wrong time type of guy?
Nah, that fool was.
he was the one driving, dude. It's
He left the scene. Like, I'm not gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
do you draft Carter?
No.
You don't draft Carter.
I would need first of all receipts, and I would need to know if he's going to jail or not, dude.
He's not. He
He's out.
already settled that. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's only like a year probation. So
Fuck.
I'm not gonna lie and say that if we drafted him, I wouldn't like be gassed up.
he's Yeah, he was he
But at the
was
same time too, I'm not rushing to buy his jersey.
I don't know, but he's probably the best
Oh
defensive
fuck.
player in the draft.
yeah, he is,
Yeah,
and that
between
and Will
him and
Anderson
Will
is in this
Anderson.
draft too.
What about like a Will McDonald? Oh no, that's too high, right? He's more of a second, third round guy. The edge from Iowa. People were saying that we're kind of really high on him because for some random reason the whole team went to the fucking Iowa State pro day.
Wait, has Joey Porter Jr. been off the board? Are we?
We have him going to Washington.
I think to Washington.
Fuck.
Oh, this
Um,
is just our prediction, but
yeah. I honestly think it happens.
I think Brian Bresee makes a lot of sense from Clemson
Do you
too.
have a yeah? You think is you could still look at like edge players, but I really don't see us going edge at 17. I know we love defense.
We haven't really heard anything about Highsmith's contract, huh?
Yeah, we haven't. So it's like if there's no optimism there, they just do it.
Do we get Van Ness?
Lucas
What about
Van
Nolan
Ness,
Smith here?
Nolan Smith, 17.
I think he's more of an outside linebacker, the kind of edge that we like.
I do think so too.
I think him or Bresee
Yeah, if they want to go defense here,
or Brian Branch. I don't know.
If it's not DB or D tackle, I really don't want to go defense in the first, honestly.
So you think wide receiver?
I mean, dude, like
I don't think.
I'm not high on Addison as I was like in January, February. But like, dude, like this is what we were talking about earlier. Like, okay, like if you're the Steelers and like the top 3 tackles and top 3 corners are off the board, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, and we're also like, I think a lot of people don't realize we're fucking thin at wide receiver, dude.
We have we
Yeah.
Actually, no, we just signed Snoop Dogg today, so we're
Oh,
cool.
that's true.
Happy April Fool, son of a
We're
bitch.
back, man.
All right, we got Anthony Miller, right? He's been on the roster for like the third year now. He hasn't played a snap. He's been on the practice squad the whole time. Everyone's
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. We should have cut Gunnar Olszewski. That was on
Trash.
our list to cut.
Yeah.
We should have resigned Steven Sims. We let him go to the Texans.
Not
fucking
that bad.
Oh, the Texans have Stevenson.
Oh, that's true.
Calvin Austin, he is not going to be an every down slot guy that people are saying he is, and he hasn't played a single
Nah.
snap in the NFL. He's going to be in his second year.
He isn't. Yeah,
Deontay Johnson and George Pickens are our only receivers right now. That's good, not great. But
We
in
have
this
no depth
NFL,
after
you
that
need
either.
3 receivers that are really good, or at least good, and then a couple that are really good. If one of them goes down, we are fucked.
Fuck,
Yeah.
dude. If fucking Olszewski's our wide receiver 3, that's we got
It's
problems.
not like we were lighting anyone up like before.
Okay, but like still, like we were.
I think
we
in
traded
this
Claypool and we
position-
didn't get a receiver back. We just had Sims play more downs.
Yeah.
in this position, I like Zay Flowers.
I like Zay Flowers too. I
Yeah,
think I would
you-
take him
you
over
use
Addison
Zay
at this point.
Flowers or Addison. If either one's on the board, I think you have to take them because I mean, yeah, we're good at finding receivers in the later rounds, right? But
But I want a high ceiling, man.
You want a high ceiling guy, and you want to make splash here. You know what I mean? I mean, unless you want to trade back. I mean, but what are you gonna do when you trade back? Just get a guy that you feel more comfortable with taking at 27, like if
At this spot, Zay Flowers' comp is Antonio Brown, at least from a physical play style. Zay Flowers
What about mentally?
off the field seems like a very high character kind of person.
Stand-up guy.
I think Zay Flowers has like 8 brothers and sisters or something.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So
Did his
obviously,
dad play in the XFL like AB's dad though?
obviously a family man. No, but like, I think Zay Flowers. If we're thinking like Antonio Brown kind of play style on this team, I think that would be really, really good. I think that would be really good with at least the offense that we're running right now, and with Kenny, who doesn't have a huge arm, but we're just
Mid-range
looking
is
for
solid,
guys.
though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like we're fucking dinking and dunking off the field, and that was like Ben and AB's like bread and butter. Like when we were the killer bees and we had a top 3 offense.
Honestly, we had like 2-3 guys that would stretch the field the whole time with AB with the killer bees.
Yeah.
I feel like Dink and Dunk is more like Ben and Deontay Johnson those last 2 years. I do think though. I mean, what is AB though? AB was just a fucking magician though. Like I feel like his play style is he could do anything. He could do it all at 5'9.5". So
That's
yeah, Zay
why I
Flowers is around that height.
I
Yeah, he
think
probably
he's
is good route
good,
running. We'll see though, dude. I
think if-
honestly,
Let's say Brian Branch or Zay Flowers. Who do you take?
I go
Who the fuck
receiver.
is Brian Branch?
If it was
best
2000, if it was
safety?
like 2014, actually no, wait, that doesn't make sense because he had.
Oh,
he
no,
had
I'd
Ben-
take Zay
he had Ben
Flowers.
and AB.
I'll take Brian
I'm
Branch.
taking receiver right now.
I think Brian Branch could come in and play like be the best slot corner and still play strong safety for us.
I'm taking receiver.
I'm not
taking,
sold. Yeah, I don't know. I just like people that I can
I'm
move
not
around.
sold on anyone on our DBs besides Minka, especially.
That's why I
losing
want
some-
Brian Branch.
Okay, yeah.
I think we could get a receiver later, but I would be pretty happy with Zay Flowers or Addison. I like Addison still.
I still like Addison. I'm not as high as him. I really want to.
Can we get Addison? If we get Brian Branch and Addison at 32, is that ideal?
Yeah, I'd flip a bus.
Fuck yeah, I would be flipping buses into
But
alligator
I don't
mud.
think Addison drops
But-
past.
But then
20.
we have to fucking make moves at tackle, bud.
At 49, what are you looking at? You're looking at like, fuck.
Who the
Or-
fuck are we looking at? We don't even know.
Does Darnell Wright drop that far? Duwan Jones.
You know, it's funny. Like all of our guys that we have listed at tackle, they're all like top 20 guys. So it's at 17 or nothing for us.
Pretty much. Well, you can't really expect like a third round pick to go out and play left tackle like we did with fucking.
Dan Moore was a
What-
fourth, dude, and he started every
That's-
game since.
That's why I can't hate on the guy. Like, what did you expect from a fourth round pick to just go start at left tackle?
Right.
Simple reality is he's just not that good, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm trying to like, yeah. If you do, I mean, 49. What tackles are we looking at? Like, I don't think Darnell Wright falls that far. I think the guys like Darnell Wright and Duwan Jones are like 30s, not 49. So who knows, dude?
I think Darnell Wright is realistic at 32, or DeJuan Jones.
Do you want to go into like 32 right now, where you kind of could start like maybe looking at guys that could play linebacker?
I think linebacker is more 49 for me.
You really okay? So would you look at like a Deontay Banks, Ringo? We were really high on Ringo earlier in the year.
At 32,
Yeah.
assuming we took Zay Flowers at 17.
Yeah, we took a receiver at 17. You're looking really high on like Deontay Banks, Ringo. I know Emmanuel Forbes might be more of a mid-second round.
I think if
Oh, I mean, we haven't even talked about Anton Harrison. He's another maybe,
tackle from Oklahoma.
yeah, the tackle from Oklahoma, another like late first type of guy, early second.
Yeah, I don't know enough about him too.
I just know that he's not top three like Paris Johnson, Skoronski, and Roderick Jones. They kind of put him in that tier of Darnell Wright, DeWand.
Probably like the top of that tier, right?
Right. I mean, yeah, guards too, like the one from Florida. I don't know. We really don't need guards, huh? We're actually pretty stacked.
Nah, we're-
Yeah, we have a lot of guards.
What about centers? Everyone's saying
Nah,
John
I
Michael
like
Schmitz.
Mitchell. Nah, I'm cool.
You think
If we
you're
go
fine-
line, we need to get a tackle.
Are
That's
we?
that's kind of.
Someone brought up this conversation on Twitter. Are we just staying put with Cole, or do you think we could get a guy with a higher ceiling in the draft?
I like Cole.
Cole.
I don't have any issues with him.
It's just left tackle at this point in the line, right?
Yeah, I'm not trying to find a need in the line.
No,
other
yeah,
than
we don't,
that.
we don't have the luxury of picking anything else up right now.
Yeah, I'm not trying to look for. If we had like 5 great O linemen or 4 great O linemen and Cole, then all right, maybe. But we don't have that luxury. I think at 32 is more Forbes, Cam Smith range. I think Deontay Banks goes a little bit higher than that.
I can see that. Yeah. But yeah, dude, honestly though, just think about, okay, we'll be riding off the high of whatever happens that first night in the draft, right? And then we literally
Yeah.
off Friday morning thinking about what are we gonna do with that first pick in the second round.
I think it's awesome to have that pick.
Yeah, that's
No, it's
fucking
pretty sick.
It is fucking sick. And then
I think
Okay,
what
So
happened?
you have
So-
like your whole draft room has an entire day to figure it out,
Right, yeah.
and I trust that they'll take their time and figure it out.
Let's do something. Let's record like literally, I don't know, maybe live stream. Like, what do you think's gonna happen with that first pick? And then yeah, we could dive into 49 and 80 later on.
do we fuck it Saturday morning
Fuck it,
live
we'll
stream?
do a live. No, it'll be fuck. It'll be draft.
No,
Thursday.
First day is Thursday. Thursday night.
Yeah.
Oh, what
second.
the fuck? Friday? Dick.
Thursday night. Friday. It'll be like Friday late noon.
I work that day, but
No, I'm thinking about Thursday night. Maybe hop on.
I got a job.
I got a job too. Like late Thursday, like after. When does the draft end? Like 8 LA time.
Like 9.
Fuck. Is it like 8 minutes per pick in the first, and then it goes down to 5 in the second round?
I thought it was 10.
I thought it was
10 in
10.
the first.
I
10
think
in
they
the
like
five?
to build up drama for the first round.
Right.
But yeah, I think Forbes, Cam Smith, maybe Ringo still here at 32.
Ringo.
Okay. So we're only getting right now. We're only getting Zay Flowers if our top 3 linemen and our top 3 corners are off the board at 17.
It's shaping up like that, right? Because I feel like not
If
only
Flowers is there.
those aren't our like serious needs, but that's just the way the NFL is right now, right? Where everyone's looking at tackles, and they want DBs to kind of just shut down these fucking crazy ass receivers, right? And this fucking draft is stacked with DBs. Like they're literally all over
Yeah.
the top 20.
Looking down the draft board, like you could get Eli Ricks like in the 3rd or 4th round, or you
That's
could get
true,
a Clark
holy
Phillips
shit.
from Utah, and he could be like a perfect slot corner for you in the 4th round, or maybe 3rd round.
That'd be
There's
something to
just
look
so many
at,
guys.
at 80. But let's focus right here at 32. Okay, so we could look at Forbes, Ringo, Banks if he slips. Do you think Darnell Wright, DeJuan Jones, or Harrison fall to 32?
I think one of them does.
Would that'd be really something to really look at, right?
I think DeJuan Jones is likely
DeJuan, yeah.
at 32.
It's funny seeing the guy like DeJuan go from like top 50 to like now we're like thinking top 30 after the combine. But yeah, so we'll fill whatever happens, we could just get our guy that fulfill our needs, the best player available at 32. And then you go to 49, and this is when you want to look at like linebackers.
To me, I'm not sold on any of the guys we picked up.
I am
In free agency?
no.
Yeah, I already forgot their names, so that's all you have to know.
Yeah.
I think
do you need guys that could cover, dude?
Jack Campbell, Drew Sanders, or Trenton Simpson. Any of those 3 guys at 49, I'd probably be happy with.
All right.
I think Sanders or Simpson probably my top 2 at that point. Also, the guy from Washington State, I forgot his
We
name.
signed
but
his brother. Or not Washington State. Oh, I mixed up Wisconsin and
You're
Washington.
capping.
But yeah, Wisconsin, Herbig. I don't think he's a 49 guy, maybe an 80 guy. But we signed his brother,
I don't
the
know.
guard. I don't know if he all of a sudden pops up on our board now because of that. You know how the Steelers do business though.
I don't see him on PFF, so
Oh, you don't? Okay. And then once you get to 80, you can kind of look at like what do you look at 80 now? Assuming you already taken a linebacker, a receiver,
Maybe
and a tackle.
defensive line or edge.
Oh,
at 80, I'm thinking
really like
Eli Ricks or
if you haven't gotten a corner at this point.
Clark Phillips from Utah.
Phillips. That'd be nice. I need to see like what are like 3rd round like safeties looking like too. If we don't get like a Brian Branch in the first.
Wow,
Yeah.
Okay, so try to sell me on Branch at 17. I want to hear this out.
For me, all right. I think like right away he's probably a better slot corner than Sutton was last year. But he's plays safety, so you can move him around like everywhere. And I think with Minka, I think just having 2 badass guys like that where you could place anywhere is like so important.
Just think about like yeah, we had 2 first-round safeties in Terrell Edmonds, but imagine an actual first-round safety.
Fuck, an actual.
To go with an All-Pro and Minka that's on track to be
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
But like just straight slot corner, if you just wanted to play him in the slot like half the time, I think he'd be pretty good there. And then you have KZ still in the game.
I mean, personally, even though Bama had a down year last year, I mean, you just gotta put out that he's from Bama, bro.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down to date. Did we
You're
already
wrong.
have Brian Branch dipping at 17?
Nah, that was my pick at 17.
Yeah.
I'll take
You guys
Brian
wanted
Branch.
that?
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, our wide receiver room fucking sucks.
No, I agree. I'm just saying, like, I value that.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing about all the wide receivers in this draft is they're all the fucking same. They're all 5'9" to 5'11" and 170 pounds. That's it. That's who they are. That's like the top 5 guys are all like that. There's no 6'4" motherfuckers.
Except
They're all.
the bus from TCU going to New England.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, that's New England though. We're good.
I think Brian Branch was graded higher than Will Anderson and Bryce Young from Alabama this year.
Shit.
Jesus, I'll take Brian Branch.
All right.
I just like someone that like just give me someone who could play anything. He could go hard.
That's like Devin Witherspoon. Not Devin Witherspoon, but Devin Witherspoon's more of like a guy that like you can ask to do a lot of shit.
I think from corner position, yeah, but Branch is more. I guess Witherspoon could do outside, inside corner, and Branch could do inside corner and safety. But Witherspoon, I would take Witherspoon.
I
Like
think we are kind of really looking at something like that because that's how Cam Sutton was, and
I mean,
we don't know what we
that's
want to do
just
with Patrick Peterson yet, or we don't know what he could do still.
that just seems like what we want out of guys on our defense, like everywhere. Like we want guys, like we really, really value versatility. Like
I
right,
think-
we're already talking to fucking Patrick Peterson about playing safety and fucking some packages, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Brian Branch was like considered the best tackler in all of college football as a safety.
Fuck, but it's desperately needed for us because
Who knows,
like
dude,
if
what
guys
if-
make it.
What if Brian Branch gets picked over a guy like Witherspoon or like Cam Smith, Porter Jr. even?
If I don't know if Witherspoon's on the board, I'm taking him. I don't care who else is on the board unless it's Paris Johnson.
Do we
Alright.
trade up?
Yeah,
Who would you trade up for?
Let's end this episode with we're doing all these teams, right? Who are candidates to trade up for to get like a Paris Johnson?
Paris Johnson. Oh, to like who do we trade up with?
Yeah, if you
I
want
think
to try to get in
early
there.
we were kind of saying the Titans, right? Like they have so many needs, and you're thinking maybe quarterback for them next year if they could get a pick for the year after.
What do you think it takes?
Like let's say we gave them a second next year to go from 17 to 11, and then like a fourth this year or something. I don't know what we do.
Yeah, I think the Titans would be our perfect candidates. Actually, yeah.
I'm looking at the Titans, maybe the Texans because they already had a first rounder.
Or would the Titans take 17 and 32 for 11, and we take
I wouldn't do
Paris
that.
That
Johnson?
seems so expensive.
I wouldn't do 32, dude.
I don't
I'll do,
know.
I'll do,
I
I'll
would
do
for Paris
49.
Johnson.
I'll do 49 and or not but 49 or a second next year.
If Paris is there at 11, do you trade fucking 32 and 17 for Paris? Or would you rather have Witherspoon? Or is Paris Johnson like gonna be our guy for the next decade?
I think he could be that guy, but I'm saying like obviously I'm not going to trade if they're not on the board, but I think Witherspoon goes higher than 11.
Oh,
you're
really?
gonna-
Is he? Yeah, he's the number one fucking corner right now.
Well, we
Adrian
have him like going
Gonzalez.
to the Lions, right? At 6. How much would it take to get from 17 to 6? You're gonna have to
That's
give
too
up
much,
32
dude. That's too much.
or a first round next year.
I'm looking.
I've heard
I'm looking
that the
somewhere
Lions
between-
like
between like 10 and 13 maybe. Or the Jets. What if you trade up with the Jets? I don't think. Do you think he falls that far?
He could. I think if we see the run on quarterbacks, and a lot of crazy stuff will happen.
shit. Imagine 4 quarterbacks go in the top 10.
We need. I
So-
think
That'll help
for the
us.
Steelers, we would want that to happen. We
Mhm.
want.
Yeah,
Levis-
exactly.
Fuck it, Hendon Hooker on the first 2, dude.
I don't.
I wouldn't.
I
be
don't
mad. And then we'd want Skaronski to go before Paris Johnson, I think.
Yeah, because
Is he better?
he's just not a true tackle that we're looking for. Like you looked at the metrics and like how we would compare like just body size. He's like the perfect guard, but like an average center or not center tackle.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, like he just doesn't have the measurements for tackle.
Yeah,
I think in the draft, like you have to pay the premium to go up. You're not going to get 17 and 49 to move up to 11.
what about 13?
Maybe.
Probably do it, but is he there at 13?
Well, I mean, we had the Texans taking a receiver. That's really just 2 steps back. Titans, that's true. I mean, the Titans are a team that'll take Paris Johnson from us, right?
I think so.
I think they just need any position, so it doesn't really.
Yeah,
If
it's
he's on the board,
PPA. Or we could just.
I mean,
I
we-
think Broderick Jones fall to us at 17 too. I think he's
I
our
think
third.
he could.
Our third
I think
tackle.
he's a tackle that could fall. I could see the Jets taking a wide receiver. Honestly, they traded Elijah Moore.
Do we like Jones at 17?
I'd like him at 17.
You like him at 17?
Yeah, I'd
I don't know if the
I'd be
Jets take a
satisfied
wide receiver. They just fucking picked up Lazard.
for Ray
But then
Rodgers.
they lost Elijah Moore. They only have 2 receivers.
Fuck.
Alan Lazard's not that good. Not to be saying.
No, he's not that good. That's just
They have Garrett Wilson, but if you could get Garrett Wilson with Jackson Smith and Jigba and Alan Lazard, then you have 3 guys.
fuck. That's a nice ass squad.
It is actually.
That's a nice fuck.
And if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I would love a wide receiver.
Dude, I've heard fucking great things about Smith and Jigba.
Yeah, we have
Yeah, me too.
Smith and Jigba are probably going first, right?
I think he's the
Receiver.
number 1. Yeah, I think
He's
moved
like
up.
the ultimate fucking. He's like the best football player. He's the ultimate slot wide receiver. Like that. That's
Yeah.
the kind of guy. Like think of like prime Edelman on the Patriots, fucking doing everything.
but just better.
Yeah, but literally better, like more talented.
All right then. let's call it here. We're about around the 45-minute mark. Um, we'll do like a second part to this because this is really good talk. But and this time we'll kind of look at more on the second and third rounds, and we'll kind of have more guys on our to like look at and talk more about that we could kind of fill in there. Because yeah, there is still a lot more guys. I don't know what we do with the 4-4 2. But yeah, you guys are cool leaving it at that.
Yeah, I think we got most like I think we got pick 17 and 32. Like we have a real good handle on what exactly we're looking for, which players we have going there.
Right. But yeah, we could look at 49 more, and 80 I think is our third round pick. We could have like receivers too because we still need receivers. So let's just assume we don't get a receiver in the first. Like we're kind of thinking would fall to us. Let's get a look at like third round receivers, fourth round receivers. Just kind of to pick out the best ones, kind of ones that are kind of fit our. I mean, I don't want to call it a play style because I don't know what we do in offense, but kind of fit the Steelers mold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at least for the next year.
Yeah. All right then.
Hopefully just 1 year.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is an awesome episode. I kind of like it when we just kind of go down the list, spit our bullshit. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out.